Hi everyone, this is Dr. Roof, and I wanted to give you just a heads up and a brief overview of my course for winter quarter Education 552 Transition and Family Support, especially as it regards cooperating teachers and assignments that our candidates will be completing in your classrooms. Overarching themes. There are really three overarching themes in this class. The ability to listen beyond words to students and their families. There's no assignment directly connected to this in terms of elementary or secondary classrooms. Students do have an assignment outside of their fieldwork placements regarding this particular theme. Ability to teach self-determination skills. Self-determination is very closely linked to transition, and so there will be a number of assignments in this area. And finally, knowledge of the transition process and IDE IA 2004 regulations. For the most part, this will impact our candidates in their secondary placements. So, first of all, target students. I've asked our candidates to get your approval in terms of choosing target students. They'll need one target student in their major placement and one in their minor placement. And I just put down factors to consider because I know that they're strapped for time. Do the kids speak English? Do they speak Spanish? Are they verbal or not? This doesn't really make any difference except that our candidates will need to factor in more time if the student that they choose is less than verbal or non-English speaking. In this case, they're going to need more time, and they're going to simply need to use pictures and objects in combination with words versus words alone. Okay, so that's the first way they probably already approached you as you watch this podcast in terms of this request. The projects themselves. So I've divided them into the major placements at the elementary level and at the secondary level, and then finally a minor placement at the secondary level. So you can see the number of bullets, number of black bullets are the same. So there's going to be an assessment, a self-determination assessment. There's going to be something called a one-pager, which I'll explain in just a minute, at both the elementary or major and minor placements. And there's going to be a good day plan for candidates in their major placement. Finally, there will be one lesson plan taught in their major placement in the areas of choosing, expressing choices, or taking action. And lastly, at the secondary level, we will fill out an ITP form on one secondary student. And the information in that form might be helpful to you if you're a secondary teacher at some point, but for our students' purposes, it will and can be hypothetical. Based upon their knowledge of the student, how would they fill that form out? What would post-secondary goals be? What would annual goals be leading toward those secondary goals, etc.? So those are the projects. In terms of assessments, there'll be some choices here depending upon the age level of the student. So in the elementary grades, there's a pretty simple one-page self-determination checklist that I'm going to have our students fill out. So there's a Spanish version of this available, a teacher version, a parent version, and there's actually even a lower elementary version of this checklist. If I'm asking our students to fill it out with a student, if you want to fill one out, or if you, together with the candidate, agree that it would be a good idea to have the parent fill it out, fine. That will be your choice. At the secondary level, and there is a Spanish version of this available, the secondary level, there is a separate self-determination assessment called the Choice Maker Assessment out of the University of Oklahoma. This is tied to curriculum, and it has an area at the end of it where candidates will score their student, and that score in turn will be linked to lesson plans relating to self-determination. So this is at the secondary level. This is an assessment that our candidates will conduct with your help about a particular secondary student, not with the secondary student. There is unfortunately no version of this assessment available. This will be the first thing that they will be doing this quarter in terms of an assignment. Then they will be completing something called a one-pager in both their major and their minor placements. And a one-pager is a simple tool to help provide important information about a student. And it was created as a way to cut through all that paper and get to the important stuff quickly and all in one page. It's divided into 4 categories: my strengths, my preferences, my interests, and my needs. And the object here is not just for our students to sit with a student and together complete a one-pager, which in and of itself is a good idea for them to, in a person-centered sort of way, take time with a student and find out about them. But the ultimate purpose is for this one-pager to travel with the student so that they might, for example, present this one-pager at the beginning of their IEP meeting. And in any case, I would like to have our students coach and practice their one-pager with one of their fieldwork students and have that student present this one-pager to an audience, either the teacher, a gen ed teacher, a special ed teacher, or if an IEP meeting is coming up and it's appropriate to have them lead off the IEP meeting presenting their one-pager. The second thing that follows the assessment after the one-pager would be the Good Day Plan. The Good Day Plan is a simple tool used to help you identify the student, the factors that play a role in whether or not you have a good day. So again, our candidates, together with a particular student, in their major placement only this time, will create a Good Day Plan. And again, the purpose is not only just to create it, but also for the student to present it. In many cases, both these one-pagers and Good Day Plans are used by teachers not only for one student, but for their entire class. So the Good Day Plan can lead to areas where instruction is needed. And the instructional part is actually the last assignment, which I'll explain just in a second. Both the Good Day Plan and the one-pager come from a great website called I'm Determined. There are lots of examples of one-pagers and Good Day Plans, as well as checklists on how much students know about the IEP process and preparing them to participate in their own IEPs on this site. If you haven't been to it, I would really encourage you to go there. It's good. It has examples for preschool kids, for early elementary kids, for middle school kids, and the materials can even be adapted for high school. So after assessing a student, sitting with them to conduct a one-pager and a Good Day Plan, each candidate will determine an appropriate self-determination lesson for a student in his or her major placement, the same student. And these lessons will target one of 3 areas: choosing, expressing, or taking action. So that's basically it. There's actually quite a bit there, and a lot of it just has to do with our students having the opportunity to sit and converse and work with one target student in each their major and their minor placements. Before the end of the school academic year, I would like for all of our students to attend an ITP meeting, aka a transitional IEP, because next quarter they will be a student teaching every single day. Last quarter, if they were able to do it last quarter or this quarter, are really the optimal times for them to do this. So if you can help facilitate this in some way, that would be wonderful. So thanks. That's a brief overview of Education 552, Transition and Family Support. Any questions, don't hesitate to email me or give me a call. That's my cell phone number there. I look forward to seeing some of you at least as I make some fieldwork visits this quarter. But if you have any questions, even if I don't see you face to face, don't hesitate to call me. Thanks so much.